So let's have that battle in the primaries. I'm all for it. We're going to, whether they like it or not. So the president makes this statement, and I'm thinking to myself, will the vice president now condemn the president for the statement the president made? Of course not. Of course not. And yet, the statement that was made contradicts, I think, what the Veep said and what some others are saying. The president's being realistic. A lot of the costs that are imposed on our citizenry, you, Mr. and Mrs. America, have nothing to do with the President of the United States. Look at your housing costs. The biggest cost you have other than your mortgage is your real estate tax, the tax on your home. That's all local. That has nothing to do with the federal government. That has nothing to do with the President of the United States. There's not a damn thing he can do about it. Well, he actually did something to try and help you. He increased the deductibility of the interest on your mortgage payments, depending on your income. The Democrats actually voted against that big, beautiful bill, which included that provision. He has tax cuts across the board. He has no taxes on tips, no taxes on Social Security, depending on your income. If you have to stay at home and help a loved one, and you're their caregiver, you get a tax credit for some of that as well. I mean, he's doing a lot of these things, trying to reach into your community, trying to reach in your home, trying to reach in your workplace and to improve the situation. But one of the biggest expenses you have, right, is your real estate tax on your home. That's all local. All local. The sales taxes you have when you buy a gallon of gasoline, when you fill up your car. You may look at the price of gasoline and say, damn it, the war in Iran. Okay. But if you live in a high sales tax state like California, you're paying 71.5 cents a gallon. And people who go to California from other parts of the country, they see it. They are stunned by it. Well, the Democrats did that. You have higher electricity bills up and down the East Coast, in New England. That's not because of the utilities. That's because of this so-called climate change regulation that your states have put in place. I'll be right back.
Making sense of your world.
Thanks for taking my call.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Greatly appreciated.
Making sense of the news.
Hey, it's Chris Plant, recently back from our listener sea cruise. It was an amazing trip with a really great group of people. Now, I'm excited to announce our next destinations. In August of 2027, we'll be cruising from Barcelona to Rome aboard the brand new Regent Seven Seas Prestige. Our early booking sale pricing ends August 16th, so book today for this voyage of a lifetime. Visit ChrisPlantCruise.com for all the details.
David is a real Prevagen user, and this is his story.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I first started taking Prevagen, I noticed stuff just seemed to come together and fit like a jigsaw puzzle. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works. I wouldn't recommend something like Prevagen if I didn't think it was worth it, because it works so good for me. And I love it when customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good. Makes my day.
Prevagen, at stores everywhere without a prescription. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Testimonialists was compensated for their time.
It's the time. The kids are back in school and things are getting back to normal. Now could be a great time to remodel your kitchen, basement, bathroom, any room. Cabinet Discounters has one of the largest selections of cabinets and countertops in the area. We'll work directly with our talented designers to create the most perfect space for you and your family. Pick up the phone or go online to schedule a consultation today. Go to CabinetDiscounters.com.
Cabinet Discounters. Great quality, great price. WMAL-FM, Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
WMAL News at 7. I'm Heather Curtis. Another beaver attack in Maryland. A beaver bit a 10-year-old girl while she was canoeing with her camp at Seneca Creek State Park in Montgomery County around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. Maryland's Department of Natural Resources says camp counselors tried to stop the beaver, but it got away. The little girl was taken to the hospital. As she recovers, police are searching for the animal. The area of the park near Berryville Road, close to the Potomac, is closed for now. In the last few weeks, 2 rabid beavers attacked 2 teenage boys at Cunningham Falls State Park on separate occasions in neighboring Frederick County. Prosecutors say they have some damning evidence against the woman charged with vandalizing the World War II memorial yesterday.
The woman who allegedly did it apparently live streamed the entire thing. This video is from a Facebook page that the federal indictment put out today, says belongs to Melissa Ferris. It's a live stream from yesterday afternoon that shows her defacing the World War II memorial. She also says in that live stream that she expects to be arrested. Now, in court, the U.S. Attorney's Office said each of the 2 felony charges that Ferris is now facing carry a maximum of 10 years in prison.
7 News' Tom Rousey. Guilty, that's the plea entered today by Luigi Mangione in his federal case related to the 2024 killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Mangione's attorney says with today's guilty plea to 2 federal stalking charges,
Mr. Mangione has accepted full responsibility for the death of Brian Thompson.
He'll be sentenced in December. Prosecutor Jamie McDonald says today's plea
now allows our office to seek the maximum penalty allowed, life imprisonment.
Mangione is scheduled to go on trial in September on state murder charges, but his attorney says they filed a motion in state court
explaining why the state charges must be dismissed under New York's double jeopardy protections.
The trial of a Stafford County deputy charged with the death of a suspect is set for April 19th.
Sergeant Jeremy Hurt is with the Stafford County Sheriff's Office. He was indicted in Prince William County and faces charges of involuntary manslaughter in connection with a crash a year ago Sunday that killed Enoch Martinez of Spotsylvania. Details are unclear, but the fatal crash reportedly happened as Hurt was chasing Martinez. 7 News reports a sources told them the chase began in the Fredericksburg area and ended on I-95 near Quantico when Hurt allegedly rammed the suspect's car. There's no word on why Martinez was a suspect. Matt Coates on WMAL and WMAL.com.
Some big upgrades are coming to Amtrak at Union Station. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says today more than $2 billion will go toward replacing aging trains as part of $5 billion in rail safety upgrades made across the U.S.
This investment will enhance the travel experience for millions of Americans who rely on Amtrak. Again, ride on a train that's 30 years old, ride on a brand new train, you're more apt to ride the train because it's a way better experience.
Duffy says the new trains will also help Amtrak increase capacity to meet rising demand. Traffic and weather next on WMAL.
Looking for great food, great views, and a great time? Come check out DJ's at the Park, a bar and restaurant located right inside Townsend Park Golf Course. And just to be clear, DJ's at the Park is open to everyone. Have to be a golfer to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and one of the best views in the park. It's the perfect stop for golfers, park goers, and families. With the pool, splash pad, and playground all right here, it makes it an easy choice for everyone. DJ's at the Park. It's the place to be with special events all season long.
WMAL traffic from the Hadid Carpet Cleaning Traffic Center.
Westbound side of 50 dealing with delays on your approach towards the Beltway. You got slowdowns on the inner loop of the Beltway headed past 50. Reports of a crash on the shoulder there. Southbound side of I-95 still got a broken down car down near 123. It's a broken down tractor trailer, in fact, blocking the center of the roadway with delays back towards the Fairfax County Parkway. Reports of a crash Westbound 66 near 29 with delays back before 28. Northbound 395 slow across the 14th Street Bridge. Interloop of the Beltway jam-packed from the Dulles Toll Road up towards the American Legion Bridge. Standard delays headed towards 270. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
We'll see a chance for a few showers and storms the rest of the day. Nothing really widespread, though, but any storm could be a bit on the strong side. After a high in the upper 80s, we drop down to 72 tonight, maybe a few evening storms. Sunny on Saturday, a high of 89. Sunday, a good chance of showers and storms in the afternoon and evening, highs in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Mark Thibodeau from the Weather Channel on WMAL.
Right now, 84 in Washington. I'm Heather Curtis on WMAL.
Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Mark Levin.
Under the brick and steel of a nondescript building, we've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
Hello, America. Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811, 1-877-381-3811. We just call it like it is here, America. That's who we are, and that's how we go. Oh, yeah. You know, there's a video that goes back a little less than 8 years, 2018, October. Charlie Kirk with Hassan Piker. And I watched the whole thing. Now, we're only going to play 45 seconds for you, but Charlie really owned this guy, didn't he, Mr. Producer? In fact, Charlie owned most people he debated. I miss him a great deal. I miss Rush a great deal. You know, there are people who work day in and day out with Charlie, and they tell you what he thinks, and they tell you what he thought of this guy and that guy and so forth and so on. But I actually got to know Charlie before most of those people worked for him. And he came to me with his first book. We had a great talk about it. His second book, we had a great talk about it on radio and so forth. I had him on TV a couple of times with his books and other discussions. He was one of us. He was one of us. And he was so easy to talk to. And he did not like internal confrontation, which was understandable. I'm not going to tell you what he would have thought of this issue today or this issue tomorrow, but I'm telling you, he was one of us. He loved this president, but he also in many ways was a Reaganite. We would talk about Milton Friedman. We would talk about Hayek and Mises. We would talk about all of them. So when you have the likes of really loathsome, evil people like a traitor Tucker Carlson trying to project their incoherence and their hate on top of Charlie, it really is grotesque. When you have somebody like Joe Rogan, who's almost 60 years old, by the way, saying that he's kind of leaning towards Candace Owens and her view of the assassination of Charlie, that's pretty damn sick. That's very damn sick. For those of you who listen to Joe Rogan or watch, I'm certainly not one of them. And I could go on, but it's sad, it's terrible. But these were great fighters for us. Rush I knew extremely well. We spoke all the time. And then near the end, we texted more often because he was quite ill. Couldn't hear very well. What a dear, dear friend. And I've talked about it with you in the past. He loved Benjamin Netanyahu. He loved the state of Israel, just so you know. He adored President Trump. He adored President Reagan. His brother David, who is one of the finest lawyers I've ever met, one of the finest people I've ever met, my lawyer, along with my wife, but he's been with me, I don't even know, 25 years or so. Funny as hell, David. I got to bring David on. He's got a lot of good stuff to say. David is an evangelical Christian. He's online, dealing with the dopes, engaging with smart people as well. He's fantastic. One of the highlights of my life is getting to know people like this. Getting to know Mr. Producer, he's fantastic. Loyal as hell, hardworking as hell. You are, Rich. You've been for a long time. But to get to know some of these people, it's really been an absolute delight. And one of these days, I'll retire from this. Not yet, don't worry. Day of my choosing.
Wow. God damn it. You gotta be right on top of that motherfucker.
With the family and so forth, and I
holy fuck.
I appreciate that. I just feel right now we're in a very difficult period. Literally fighting for the survivability of this country with the Marxists and the Islamists, and yes, the woke right. People who we thought were friends, who are not. Who are not. They're quite evil. And so in what time I have left behind this microphone, behind a TV camera, I try to sort these things out and give you my opinion. We've been together a very long time. I think that's a good thing. Some of you are here more recently. Welcome. We look forward to having you stay here. Charlie Kirk with Hassan Puker, October 2018. Hat tip Fox News, cut 3, go.
Why don't you give 95% of your money away and go live on a commune?
Do you really think that that's how it works? Do you really think
Why
that's
not?
how it works?
Go
This is
live
silly.
what you preach. Because every single
This is
day,
as silly.
uninterrupted for 5 minutes. Hassan,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, you're right.
live
You're right.
what I practice.
Make
I'm
your
a free market
ridiculous
capitalist.
All right, stop right there. It says I'm a free market capitalist. See? And I could get clip after clip of Charlie saying the same thing because he was a free market capitalist. So am I. So most of you. There's some exceptions, that's understandable. But as a rule, we're free market capitalists as a principle. Let's start from the top again.
Why don't you give 95% of your money away and go live on a commune?
Do you really think that that's how it works? Do you really think
Why
that's
not?
how it works?
Go
This is
live what
silly.
you preach. Because every single
This is as silly.
uninterrupted for 5 minutes. Hassan,
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, you're right.
I live
You're right.
what I practice.
Make
I'm
your
a free market
ridiculous
capitalist.
case,
I employ people. I took a risk. I have my own startup business. Every single day, I practice what I preach. He wants other people to contribute to what he considers to be a good idea, what he considers will make the world a better place. You have the freedom to go live as a socialist. Go do it, Hassan. What's stopping you?
Okay,
right.
so here's why this is ridiculous. And the last point I will make is this. Here's why that conversation is absolutely preposterous. If I gave away the measly earnings that I had and gave away 95% of
How much do you make,
that
Hassan?
wouldn't necessarily even push the needle.
That's not the point, is it, ladies and gentlemen? First of all, he makes millions. I don't know what he was making back then, but I can assure you he's not giving away 95% of his income. He lives in a multi-million-dollar home, and that's fine. Go for it. He has some kind of a very expensive foreign car. That's fine, too. Go for it. I don't care, but he should care. He should care.
Wow, fucking Christ.
Yeah. But notice what Charlie says he is.
Ah.
I am a free market capitalist, and that's how I remember him. And that's how I remember what he wrote and what he said all the time. And now, the pseudo-conservative socialist light, woke right, want you to be embarrassed to say that. They want you to be embarrassed to say that. Don't be. If we don't say it, nobody's going to say it. That's why I've been sort of hammering on this all week and all last week. Let's do this. We can do this. You and I. We've done it before. We're going to have to do it again. Professor, University of Chicago, happens to be El Sayed's half sister. Again, he's the candidate the Democrats nominated to run for the Senate. This is his half sister. About 2 years ago. Let's listen to what she has to say at the University of Chicago. Hat tip, Lee Yimby on X. Go.
Hi, my name is Iman Abdelhadi. I'm a member of the American Sociological Association, and I'm voting yes on the resolution for justice in Palestine. As a Palestinian, these have been some of the hardest months of my life, but I find great solace in the fact that I reside in a discipline that calls for justice, that sees inequality, and I hope that my fellow ASA members apply that same logic to Palestinians. It's time for us to stand up against the genocide and do the bare minimum by calling for a ceasefire.
Of
Vote
course,
yes.
the bare minimum, ceasefire. Who broke the ceasefire? The Palestinians. Hamas is Palestinian. They're also the Muslim Brotherhood of Gaza. They call themselves Hamas, the Muslim Brotherhood of Gaza. Who broke the peace? The Palestinians. And it wasn't just those on October 7th, dressed in black, who breached the border. There were Palestinian citizens by the thousands who joined them in breaching that border or receiving them when they came back, who tried to help hide the hostages, many of them who had been befriended by the Jews in these kibbutzim, and by the way, who are very liberal, most of them, gave information to Hamas, those Palestinians, on where the safe rooms were, how many people were in each home, whether they were elderly, whether they were parents, whether they were children, whether they were grandchildren. They gave it all away. They were also seen taking away as the people who befriended them were being butchered and raped and tortured and burned alive, taking away possessions that belonged to those people, tricycles, refrigerators, and so forth and so on. Even the United Nations has now stated emphatically, issued a report and stated emphatically, there was no genocide in Gaza. Now, can you imagine hearing for almost 3 years there's genocide, and now they say no? And also an independent organization before the UN, but not long before, also issued the same a report and issued the same statement. There was no genocide in Gaza. There was no starvation in Gaza. You understand? It is shocking to hear this, isn't it? You've heard me say it, and I was attacked. I was attacked because of my faith. I was attacked because I support the Prime Minister of Israel. In Israel, I was attacked. Outrageous. Not a single person who attacked me has apologized. Not one. Not one. And I'm talking about people on the air, people who have podcasts, people on radio, and people on TV. Not one. Not one. But more importantly, forget about me. They haven't apologized to the Israelis. In fact, some of them are still pushing this. Some of them are still pushing this. And they're fairly quiet about the 52,000 Iranian citizens, Persian citizens, who were slaughtered on one weekend by the Islamo-Nazi regime in Tehran. That they didn't protest. No protests at all by those who were claiming genocide in Gaza. You understand? All right, go ahead, Mr. Producer. Let's go to the next 5.
I also realize, and I think this is a painful lesson that a lot of us in the Palestine Solidarity Movement have been learning, is that we don't have power.
Not in the Palestine Solidarity Movement. You don't just support the so-called Palestine Solidarity Movement, you support what they do. What they do. Palestinian is a fake name for Bedouin Arabs. I've told you this before. It was most recently invented, been invented before, but most recently invented in 1964-65 by the KGB and by an Egyptian Arab by the name of Yasser Arafat, who had no attachment whatsoever to the land of Israel. Palestinians, they picked that name because it sounds like it's biblical. Palestine, Palestinians. That must be their land.
My house in Jaffa.
Now, there is enormous archaeological evidence that the Jews are the indigenous people of not only that area, by the way, but areas well beyond what is currently the state of Israel. But that apparently is not persuasive. Just like the reports now coming out, way too late, but we'll take it better than never, on that there wasn't genocide in Gaza. And so here we have al-Sayed's half-sister. She's a professor at the University of Chicago. Do you ever wonder how these Islamists get these limited number of faculty positions and then they get tenure? If you ever read my book, Plunder and Deceit, there's an entire chapter on it, you would know. In so many of these schools, particularly those on the higher end of the academic scale, arguably, Ivy League and Ivy League types, the faculty has an enormous say in who becomes part of the faculty. They have faculty committees that vet the people, faculty committees that vote on them. And this is what weak administrators do, or administrators of like mind do. And so you literally have Islamists hiring Islamists, Marxists hiring Marxists, which is why you can't get conservatives or people who actually support the state of Israel, actually support our country, the United States, into these positions. I'll be right back.
Mark Lopin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news. If your retirement savings are sitting in a 401k or IRA, the IRS already has a claim on your money, and they're coming to collect. Required distributions, Social Security taxation, Medicare tax surcharges. The tax torpedo can shrink your retirement income by 30% or more. Don't gamble with your golden years. Go to taxessaved.com today for your complimentary tax saving review. That's taxessaved.com. Taxessaved.com. Keep more, live more, leave more.
Air travel never stops, and neither do air traffic controllers. Working every day, ATCs guide more than 1 billion passengers safely to and from destinations each year. Air traffic control, teamwork that keeps our nation moving.
Looking for great food, great views, and a great time? Come check out DJ's at the Park, a bar and restaurant located right inside Townsend Park Golf Course. And just to be clear, DJ's at the Park is open to everyone. Have to be a golfer to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and one of the best views in the park. It's the perfect stop for golfers, park goers, and families. With the pool, splash pad, and playground all right here, it makes it an easy choice for everyone. DJ's at the Park. It's the place to be with special events all season long.
You trust WMAL to bring you the facts, and so do hundreds of thousands of like-minded listeners and business leaders each week. If you want to grow your business with people who share your values, WMAL's Cumulus Digital Solutions can connect you with customers wherever they are. Whether you're a small business or building something big, we'll create a strategy that works for you. Radio builds trust. Digital drives action. Together, they deliver results. Contact Rex Mintern at WMAL.com/advertise and let's grow your business together.
Saturday, August 15th, it's the Elf Lubricants Unadilla Pro National in New Berlin, New York, presented by New York State Laborers, Anderson Equipment, and SN Partners. Cheer on your New York riders, Justin Marsha and Justin Cooper, plus Jen Hunter Lawrence, Hayden Deegan, Eli Tomac, and more superstars. Saturday, August 15th, go to UnadillaMX.com and check out camping info, advance tickets, and more. That's UnadillaMX.com. See the WNX Women Race on Friday and Saturday. Visit UnadillaMX.com for tickets and all the details. Saturday, August 15th, rain or shine. Gates open at 6 a.m. Practice at 8, then pro racing starts at 1 p.m.
Summer's winding down, which means it's time to get a head start on what's next. And Macy's one-day sale has everything you need to kick off the new season in style. With 40 to 60% off sales across the entire store. Why wait? Get to Macy's ASAP to save on back-to-school essentials like backpacks, tees, and denim by the brands your kids love. Or refresh your bedding for the fall with deals as low as $9.99, plus so much more. Don't miss Macy's one-day sale, happening now until Sunday. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply. Star Rewards members earn faster during Star Money bonus days. Only at Macy's one-day sale.
Hi, I'm Steve Cockerham, owner of Betty's Sale Ranch. As the plant care season comes to an end, the lawn care season begins. See what's happening this week in the garden. Join me with host Rick Fowler every Saturday at 10 a.m. on Great Gardens Radio on WMAL. The best advice and an endless information source makes great gardening easy. You can also stream current and past shows at WMAL.com or Betty'sSaleRanch.com.
Making sense of your world.
I don't know where to begin.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
Thanks for taking my call.
Making sense of the news. Or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132. Making sense of your world.
There are a lot of things that really tick me off.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. Making sense of your world.
Greatly appreciated.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
I love listening to you.
Making sense of the news.
All right, professor at University of Chicago. This is Al Sayed's half-sister again. Cut 5, go.
I also realize, and I think this is a lesson, this is a painful lesson that a lot of us in the Palestine Solidarity Movement have been learning, is that we don't have power. We can shift the moral authority all we want, and we've won the moral question. That was the imperative that we've had. Done, check. Put Palestine in the national consciousness, we did it. Make people sympathetic to Palestine, teach the history, we did it. Now you have white boys on the north side of Chicago being like, hey man, free Palestine. I'm like, oh, okay, now did not see it coming, glad it's here. But what we don't have is power. And I think for me, the question of base building is about, I think the question that
Power, baby, power. So my half-brother's running for the Senate. We need power, baby. She never once talks up the United States of America. Not one.
For nearly 3,000 years, Homer's The Odyssey has inspired readers with timeless lessons about courage, duty, loyalty, family, leadership, and the search for home. Odysseus battles cyclopses, sirens, storms, and temptation itself. Pride, comfort, and despair. These challenges still resonate today. That's why Hillsdale College created its new free online course, The Odyssey, taught by Hillsdale College professors. It explores the great books and enduring ideas at the heart of Western civilization. Enroll free today at levinforhillsdale.com. Read the classics, study the West. Start now.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Starting off on DC 295, very heavy jam-up delays headed southbound from Eastern Avenue down past East Capitol Street, while over on the northbound side, delays continue from the 11th Street Bridge heading up past Pennsylvania Avenue. Over on the freeway, seeing some delays headed eastbound from the 14th Street Bridge out towards the 6th Street Southwest exit. And over on the northbound side of the 3rd Street Tunnel, only mild congestion delays approaching New York Avenue. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Tonight, a few showers and storms early with lows around 72. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, highs around 90.
Looking for great food, great views, and a great time? Come check out DJ's at the Park, a bar and restaurant located right inside Townsend Park Golf Course. And just to be clear, DJ's at the Park is open to everyone. Have to be a golfer to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and one of the best views in the park. It's the perfect stop for golfers, park goers, and families. With the pool, splash pad, and playground all right here, it makes it an easy choice for everyone. DJ's at the Park. It's the place to be with special events all season long.
Saturday, August 15th, it's the Elf Lubricants Unadilla Pro National in New Berlin, New York, presented by New York State Laborers, Anderson Equipment, and SN Partners. Cheer on your New York riders, Justin Marsha and Justin Cooper, plus Jet and Hunter Lawrence, Hayden Deegan, Eli Tomac, and more superstars. Saturday, August 15th, go to UnadillaMX.com and check out camping info, advance tickets, and more. That's UnadillaMX.com. See the WNX Women Race on Friday and Saturday. Visit UnadillaMX.com for tickets and all the details. Saturday, August 15th, rain or shine. Gates open at 6 a.m. Practice at 8, then pro racing starts at 1 p.m. Saturday, August 15th, it's the Elf Lubricants Unadilla Pro National in New Berlin, New York, presented by New York State Laborers, Anderson Equipment, and SM Partners. Cheer on your New York riders, Justin Marsha and Justin Cooper, plus Jet and Hunter Lawrence, Hayden Deegan, Eli Tomac, and more superstars. Saturday, August 15th, go to UnadillaMX.com and check out camping info, advance tickets, and more. That's UnadillaMX.com. See the WNX Women Race on Friday and Saturday. Visit UnadillaMX.com for tickets and all the details. Saturday, August 15th, rain or shine. Gates open at 6 a.m. Practice at 8, then pro racing starts at 1 p.m.
Dear summer, let's make the most of our weekends together with a new Toyota from Wait Toyota in Watertown. You can choose from 2.99% financing for 72 months, $4,000 rebate on any new Tundra, or lease a new Tacoma as low as $399 per month with $399 down. Toyota has been named the best resale value brand for 6 years in a row, so pack your bags and head out for your weekend road trip in your award-winning truck from Wait Toyota on Outer Washington Street in Watertown. Let's go places.
Imagine having complete clarity about your health, not just test results, but a clear plan built around you. Today, body scans and lab tests are easy to access, but true peace of mind comes from understanding what they mean and what to do next. At Princeton Longevity Center, we go beyond testing to deliver clarity, strategy, and physician-led care designed to help protect and extend your life. Our patients work directly with board-certified physicians specializing in preventive and longevity medicine. Not algorithms, not generic reports, but real doctors who understand your history, your risks, and your goals. Yes, we use advanced imaging and comprehensive diagnostics, but what truly matters is what comes next. We interpret the results, connect the dots, and deliver a physician-led personalized plan you can act on with confidence. Because information alone doesn't change outcomes. At Princeton Longevity Center, your care doesn't end with a test. It begins there. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com. That's 888-8000-PLC.
Making sense of your world.
I agree with everything you're saying.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
My heart just breaks for what's going on.
Making sense of the news. WMAL, making sense of mainstream media, because the double standard is real. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
This is where liberalism ends and liberty begins. The Mark Levin Show at 877-381-3811.
Hey folks, we have two great Life, Liberty, and Levin programs for you Saturday and Sunday. Brand new programs. 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you'll set your DVR, whatever recording device you use. Whenever I say DVR, they look at the boomer talking about DVRs. Mr. Producer, you're not a boomer. Do you use your DVR? You use a recording device, but you don't know the name of it, right? Okay, so use whatever you have. It's okay. And watch it live if you can. And we have two great guests Saturday as well. Peter Schweitzer, who's always great, and former Secretary of State and Director of the CIA. Mike Pompeo, I haven't had him on in years. Fantastic. And Sunday, we have Dr. Zuhdi Jasser, who really takes it to the Islamists, and the great Army four-star General retired Jack Keane. And we give him time to speak. We love having him on the program, and he loves coming on the programs. So two big-time shows for you. I hope you'll watch. Again, set your DVR or your recording device, whatever it is, or you might just enjoy watching it live. And I'm going to have two monologues or opening statements, I like to call them, one on Saturday and Sunday, that all brand new information. I told you, I get up at 6:30. I prepare those opening statements. They take me about 4 hours. Why? Because, first of all, I have to settle on what I want to discuss. So I got to circle the subject. That's how I write a book. And then I dig in. It's that simple. Then I dig in. Let's see. Senator Tim Sheehy on Capitol Hill yesterday regarding the 9/11 families. Cut 7, go.
A quick question about Mamdani, because you may have seen there's a petition going around. 9/11 families are advocating for him not to come to the 25th anniversary at Ground Zero. Do you think he should come to the ceremony or not?
Well, I think it's pretty clear that he likes Hamas and Muslim terrorists. It's pretty clear that, his opinions on America's place in the world are pretty different than probably most of those families feel. At the end of the day, those families should have, the say who's going to show up and honor the memory of their own families. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's a disgrace and embarrassment to the country, but we'll see if he shows up, right?
Yeah, they're pushing the organizers to see if they'll disinvite him, basically. He is the mayor of New York, but like you said, I mean, there's a lot of his policy positions are not sitting well with the 9/11 families who are victims of terrorism.
Yeah, I mean, he's platformed Islamic extremism, and he openly supports Hamas, as does his wife. And Hamas is not just an adjacent organization to all the other Muslim extremists. They're one of the core members of it. So whether it's Qatar, whether it's Muslim Brotherhood, I mean, these guys are funding these organizations globally, and they want them to come after us here in America. They want us to come after our troops overseas. And for those of us that fought this war for our adult lives, we're sick of it.
Well, he's good. I hope we can get him on the program again, Mr. Producer. Hope we can get him on my Fox show again. When these guys run for office, they can't wait to come on the program. I'm just being honest with you. And then once they're in, it's tougher. I don't know why. Do we make them nervous, Rich? I don't know. Could be. I mean, I understand I'm pretty hot. I don't mean hot. I mean hot in terms of reputation. No, but I'm just outspoken, honest, truthful, factual, knowledgeable about where we stand, Mr. and Mrs. America. That's all. And politicians don't like it. They don't like it at all. Media people don't like it. They don't like it at all either, but you like it. We're going to have some very exciting news soon for our friends in Baltimore. We're going to have some very exciting news soon for our friends in Las Vegas. I'm not allowed to speak of any of it yet. So I shan't. Is that a word, Rich? I don't know. It comes very close to another word. I think I better be careful. Shan't. This man's a young bastard. He must never breathe free air again. Never. How disgusting. Shoot an innocent man in the back. Poor guy didn't know what hit him. Family suffers without their father, without her husband. This dumb bastard, he has his women swooning all over him. He's a fan club. This is the left. This is how sick these bastards are. in the media, do the media condemn the people who slobber all over this murderer who murdered somebody in cold blood? United Healthcare, he was the CEO or a top executive. You accuse him of murder because some people didn't get this, that, or the other. How about all the people who did? How about all the people who were well served by that insurance company? But that's really beside the point, isn't it? He executed that man who was going to a seminar, dressed for the seminar, looked like he was carrying his
Strait of Hormuz
briefcase,
is now U.S.
and shot in the back. I think it was twice. Oh, I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it. It's like the gentleman we had on the air last night in hour 3. Arnold Roth, right, Mr. Producer? We're not going to let that go. What happened to his beautiful daughter, 15 years old? He can't even describe what she looked. She was blown to bits, to pieces. At the Sbarro Italian restaurant that is no longer there. Now there's another foodery of sorts. I've been there. On a very busy corner in the middle of Jerusalem. At 2 p.m., where there were an especially large number of little kids, mothers, young teenagers, and that was the point. And they blew that restaurant into pieces. The suicide bomber. That would be the same suicide bombers who own a nuclear weapon. The Islamo-Nazi regime in Iran. That perverts like Matt Gaetz, like mentally ill individuals, in my humble opinion anyway, Tucker Carlson tell us is not to worry about. Forever wars, neocons, it's the same crap day in and day out. Same. We're not even allowed to protect ourselves anymore, according to these people. No, we're not allowed to protect ourselves. You know, it's amazing to me. Poor Donald Trump. He wants to improve the White House. He wants to build a ballroom for security and to have large, events there so they don't have a tent. I'm sure it'll look absolutely beautiful. He's got great taste. He helped build the New York skyline. He knows what he's doing. Look what he's doing with the monuments all over Washington. Cleaning them up, polishing them up. Crime all over Washington is so far down and so forth. He cares about the nation's capital. When's the last time a president even cared about how the nation's capital looks? Seriously. And he's blocked again by another federal judge and appellate judges. So the ballroom's under attack. The Kennedy Center, where he was wanting to raise funds to fix it. My wife and I had been there. It's a mess. Because, again, prior administrations, prior Congresses have let it decline the way it has. It's terrible. He wants to jump in. He wants to fix it. They block him on that. They block him on that, too. Every stupid little thing. They're so petty. And these judges are so out of control. Out of control. It's terrible. Every little thing. And we have so many of these activist federal district judges, those are lower court judges. It's really awful. Absolutely awful. I don't know how anything gets done in Washington. Well, the point is nothing does it? Then we have somebody who spray painted, damaged, graffitied the World War II memorial. I mean, seriously? You do something like that? They found the woman? No doubt a leftist. What's going on in this country? We have these people here on the left who do these things. They hate our country. You know, the funny thing is this: the border's shut down for people who want to come in illegally. It's not shut down for a-holes to leave. You hate our Constitution, you hate our Declaration, you hate our history, you hate our founding, you hate our framers, you hate capitalism, then leave. Don't destroy our country. Get the hell out. Go enjoy paradise in Gaza. Go enjoy paradise in North Korea or communist China or Cuba. Go ahead. Who's stopping you? Who's stopping you? You like communism, but you live like capitalists. They live like capitalists, and they preach communism. Somebody will steal that line in 2 seconds, but you get the point. In a recent industry survey, and I'm proud to say this, our great sponsor, Pure Talk, my favorite wireless company, was the only wireless company in America to receive 5 stars in every category, including coverage and support and value and data. I mean, you deserve 5-star wireless service, don't you? And Pure Talk's going to make it even easier. They have a special invitation exclusively for you. Switch to Pure Talk for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, so you can try it out. For a limited time, any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plans, just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract needed, just an unbelievably low offer to switch to the top-rated company. You know how you get 5 stars for support? A dedicated U.S. customer service team. You know how you get 5 stars for value? You save the average family of 4 over $1,000 a year versus Big Wireless. Big Wireless, in my view, is ripping you off. Stop burning your money. You can put an end to this. Hit the brakes. There's a better wireless choice out there. And at just $15 a month for the first 3 months on any plan, now is a great time to choose Pure Talk. Simply dial pound 250 and say Mark Levin, and you are off to the races. Pound 250, say Mark Levin. Let their 5-star U.S. customer service team make your switch easy, and they will. You want to keep your phone, you keep your phone. You want to keep your phone number, go ahead. Again, dial pound 250, say Mark Levin. That's pound 250, say Mark Levin. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Looking for great food, great views, and a great time? Come check out DJ's at the Park, bar and restaurant located right inside Townsend Park Golf Course. And just to be clear, DJ's at the Park is open to everyone. Have to be a golfer to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and one of the best views in the park. It's the perfect stop for golfers, park goers, and families. With the pool, splash pad, and playground all right here, it makes it an easy choice for everyone. DJ's at the Park. It's the place to be with special events all season long.
It's not often that best becomes better. Chris Plant here. So when WMAL financial leader David Aarons told me that the 30+9 savings plan is to 30+10, I was blown away. You still receive a 30% match on your rollover deposit, but now you earn 10% compound interest guaranteed for up to 12 years. The 30+10 plan provides safety, liquidity, and a great rate of return. And now it's better than ever. 30% match plus 10% interest. And listen up, 10% is the minimum rate. It can go higher. Find out how. Call or text the Aarons WMAL hotline for free information. 888-411-4130. That's 888-411-4130. The 30+10 plan is the very best risk-free strategy available. Judge for yourself. Call or text to 888-411-4130.
It's Vince. I love cars and I love PCU Fast in Chantilly. Right now, they've got a great deal on powder coating your car's wheels. Get all 4 wheels powder coated for just $850, including mount and balance. Terms apply. Powder coating your wheels by PCU Fast doesn't just look great. It's tougher than paint, resists chips, brake dust, and corrosion, and it keeps your wheels looking new longer. Visit PCUfast.com or call 703-705-9220. That's 703-705-9220.
Feel the heat and grab the cash at Mohawk Casino. Play the $60,000 summer cash giveaway, where you've got a chance to win big cash prizes. Earn entries July 1st through August 22nd. Then mark your calendars to be here for the grand prize drawings on July 25th and August 22nd, when we're handing out cash prizes each night, ranging from $250 to the grand prize of $10,000 cash. Only at Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort, your everyday escape.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Whether you're craving a Big Mac, McNuggets, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, make it a meal and save. Your favorite is now your wallet's favorite, too. Extra value meals are back.
Right now, get a $5 sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal, complete with hash browns and a small premium roast coffee. Price and participation may vary. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing.
Your medication for enlarged prostate is working. That's what you tell yourself. You're up 3 times a night instead of 5. The urgency is manageable. The stream's not great, but it's fine. That's the problem. Fine. Enlarged prostate, or BPH, doesn't pause because the medication takes the edge off. The prostate keeps growing. The bladder keeps working harder. And over time, those changes can be harder to reverse. But surgery? Not for you, right? Aquablation is not the surgery you're picturing. It's the only ultrasound-guided, robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Don't wait until things become unbearable. Find an Aquablation urologist near you. Visit aquablation.com. Aquablation.com. That's aquablation.com. Visit aquablation.com. All surgical treatments carry risks, and results may vary. Side effects may include, but are not limited to, urinary symptoms, mild pain, infection, or less frequently, urethral or rectal injury, or ejaculatory dysfunction. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Making sense of your world.
I agree with you 100%.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
There's a lot of us out there.
Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the border, because laws either matter or they don't. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
If you set your DVR or the recorder for 8 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night, Fox, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, let's all do that. Seriously. Let's all do that. For decades, Americans have been holding physical gold and retirement accounts as a hedge against inflation, against geopolitical turmoil, as a long-term store of value. Now, some of you have not, and I've been encouraging you to really look into this with our friends at Monetary Gold, to contact them and get the free gold and silver guide. And I'll tell you how to do that in a moment, but it's Friday evening. It's the perfect time to really pull the trigger on these things. But what do you really own if you own these precious metals, and how is it positioned today? So if you own gold, silver, platinum, whether in a retirement account or held privately, wouldn't you like to know its current market range? Now, what does that mean? Well, wouldn't you like to know if your holdings still make sense for your long-term goals, or if there's other products or different precious metals you should own? Let's say you own silver. Maybe you should sell your silver for gold. Let's say you own gold, but you have gold bars. Well, maybe the smarter thing to do is to swap that for gold coins. In which country? All these things are considerations, very important. And the people of Monetary Gold can look at the trajectory, they can look at the markets, they can look at how things have been going, and they can advise you and help you. And here's the thing. They are prepared to do that. They are prepared to do that for you asset by asset. Asset by asset. And I think that's pretty good, don't you? Asset by asset. They will review your precious metals, discuss the current market value of each, Then your monetary gold consultant can walk you through the various areas that might be worth reviewing, including like product type or the particular precious metals. And they will do this for free. For free. Right now, Monetary Gold will give you a free precious metals holding review, but you need to contact them. 877-NOW-GOLD, 877-NOW-GOLD. You know, they have an A+ rating, the Better Business Bureau. Monetary Gold is the trusted name in precious metals. No fly-by-night. They've been around almost 26 years with the highest reputation in the business. So if you own gold or silver or platinum, get your free holdings review today. If you're not diversified, you ought to check it out and talk to them, but at least get the free guide. All you have to do is call them right now, 877-NOW-GOLD, 877-NOW-GOLD. Again, 877-NOW-GOLD, 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. Consult your tax or financial professional, but at least look into it. Contact them. Now, again, is the perfect time. Friday evening, 877-NOW-GOLD. Okie dokie. We're going to have a battle, we constitutional conservatives, with the pseudo-conservatives who are socialist-like and who are largely isolationists. We're going to have that battle. We need to have that battle. We can't have sort of the Pat Buchanan types, the traitor Tucker Carlson types, sort of taking over the party through the back door, not wanting a primary challenge, if that's the case, and expect to be coronated and walk into it because we'll get our clocks cleaned. We'll get our clocks cleaned. And we need to keep in mind the fundamentals. We have nearly a $50 trillion on budget debt. We can't be creating more programs. And if we really want the economy to grow, which means more and more people to participate in it, we know how to do that. Reagan did it like nobody ever did it before. President's been doing it, and that is less government. Unleash the productive sectors. Less taxes, less regulations, smaller federal government. The do-gooders, the ones who claim to be virtuous. C.S. Lewis talked about them. Montesquieu talked about them. Your Constitution is set up to protect us from them, whether they be pseudo-conservative socialists-like or Marxist Islamists. I'll be right back.
Algunas invitaciones llegan en un sobre. Otras llegan con un latido del corazón. Obtén ofertas en modelos selectos en el Invitation to Lexus Summer Sales Event.
Arriende la ES350F Sport Design All-Wheel Drive de 2026 por $569 al mes por 36 meses con $3,999 al firmar.
Vive lo extraordinario en tu concesionario Lexus.
Llámalo al 825 Lexus para detalles importantes sobre la oferta de arrendamiento y precio. No todos los clientes calificarán. Oferta disponible en la zona este y termina el 31 de agosto de 2026.
Feel the heat and grab the cash at Mohawk Casino. Play the $60,000 summer cash giveaway, where you've got a chance to win big cash prizes. Earn entries July 1st through August 22nd. Then mark your calendars to be here for the grand prize drawings on July 25th and August 22nd, when we're handing out cash prizes each night, ranging from $250 to the grand prize of $10,000 cash. Only at Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort, your everyday escape.
Saturday, August 15th, it's the Elf Lubricants Unadilla Pro National in New Berlin, New York, presented by New York State Laborers, Anderson Equipment, and SM Partners. Cheer on your New York riders, Justin Parsha and Justin Cooper, plus Jet and Hunter Lawrence, Hayden Deegan, Eli Tomac, and more superstars. Saturday, August 15th, go to UnadillaMX.com and check out camping info, advance tickets, and more. That's UnadillaMX.com. See the WNX Winter Race on Friday and Saturday. Visit UnadillaMX.com for tickets and all the details. Saturday, August 15th, rain or shine. Gates open at 6 a.m. Practice at 8, then pro racing starts at 1 p.m.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire Now DMV with Mamadou Bojang of Axiom Value Wealth Management every Sunday morning at 5 to get the answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today to work toward the retirement you've dreamt about, though outcomes depend on market conditions and individual circumstances. Listen Sunday mornings at 5 a.m. to Retire Now DMV with Mamadou Bojang of Axiom Value Wealth Management. Advisory services offered through Axiom Value Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Insurance services offered through Axiom Value, LLC.
WMAL-FM Woodbridge, Washington, a Cumulus media station. Making sense of the news. News Talk 105.9. News now.
Is being badly defeated. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. President Trump with that statement during a speech on New York's Long Island.
Pretty soon I'll be declaring the Hormuz Strait a territory of the United States.
The president saying no ships get through the strait unless the U.S. wants them to, and he again said Iran should not be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. A Kentucky woman in federal custody after authorities say she vandalized the World War II memorial in Washington, D.C. Melissa Farris remains in custody.
This happened yesterday on a busy day in Washington, D.C. with hundreds of tourists around. Park police were called to a report of a disorderly woman. They found bubbles in the World War II memorial. They believe some kind of cleaning agent was dumped into that. They found foam in the fountain area and found the phrase, quote, clean hands, dirty $, meaning money, in spray paint.
Fox's David Spunt. This comes weeks after President Trump claimed the reflecting pool was vandalized. Charges against the former Olympian accused in that case were dropped. What could have been a mid-air collision between two American Airlines jets avoided in the Phoenix area after a quick-thinking air traffic controller realized they had the same call sign.
Referring to one plane as American 2482 on the arrival and the other American 2482 on the departure, making sure they didn't get too close to each other. The controller said he had never seen two planes with the same call sign nearly merge in the same place at the same time.
Fox's Kevin Uretsky. The FAA and American Airlines are investigating. A powerful magnitude 7.7 earthquake has struck off the coast of Indonesia. No immediate casualties or damage has been reported. A tsunami warning has been issued for Indonesia, and they're urging people to stay away from beaches and riverbanks. America is listening to Fox News.
Taking it to the High Court, WMAL News Time is 8:02. I'm Sharon Reardon. Good evening. President Trump is making good on his promise to take the case over the White House ballroom to the Supreme Court. Today, the administration asked the High Court to allow construction of the $400 million ballroom to continue while it appeals a lower court's order to stop above-ground work. The federal appeals court ruled this month that the president can't build the ballroom without congressional approval. The court sided with the National Trust for Historic Preservation. President Trump calls the decision politically motivated and says it creates a national security threat. Some upgrades are coming to Amtrak at Union Station. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says today more than $2 billion will go toward replacing aging trains as part of $5 billion in rail safety upgrades made across the U.S.
This investment will enhance the travel experience for millions of Americans who rely on Amtrak. Again, ride on a train that's 30 years old, ride on a brand new train, you're more apt to ride the train because it's a way better experience.
Duffy says the new trains will also help Amtrak increase capacity to meet rising demand. And the Freedom 250 Grand Prix is now just over a week away, with the most expensive road closures expected beginning today.
Obviously, an event of this size will require a lot of setup and preparation.
Starting today with Pennsylvania Avenue shut down between 9th and 3rd Streets Northwest, along with several surrounding streets, and a massive security presence promised for the races on August 22nd and 23rd. Secret Service Deputy Director Matt Quinn.
No matter what we do in these events where freedoms meet security, there are inconveniences.
With TSA-style screenings, limited access points, and a strongly enforced no drone zone. Barbara Britt, WMAL and WMAL.com.
That's the latest news. I'm Sharon Reardon for WMAL.
Starting off on southbound DC 295, still seeing congestion delays, but they are improving right now. Folks seem to be tapping the brakes between Benning Road and East Capitol Street. Over on the northbound side, delays have completely subsided. And moving on to the freeway now, still seeing some delays headed inbound across the 14th Street Bridge, beginning near Boundary Channel Drive and continuing up towards the 6th Street Southwest exit. Now from GarageDoorRepair.com, the WMAL Weather Channel forecast.
Tonight, a few showers and storms early with lows around 72. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, highs around 90.
The next time you're at the checkout register, look for the balloon, because a donation to Children's Miracle Network has the power to change lives. Children's Miracle Network supports 170 children's hospitals across the United States and Canada. These nonprofit hospitals provide care for all kids, from routine checkups to life-changing treatments. So look for the balloon and make a big change for a kid near you. Learn more at cmn.org.
Air traffic controllers guide tens of thousands of flights every day, getting passengers and cargo to their destination safely. Aviation professionals always answer the call, but they can't do it alone. We must invest in modern equipment, facilities, and controller staffing. NATCA, we guide you home.
Chris Plant with great news. Due to popular demand, our early bird sale pricing on next year's Listener Sea Cruise has been extended through August 31st. Next summer, we'll be cruising from Barcelona to Rome aboard the brand new Regent Seven Seas Prestige. Join me, make new like-minded friends, and take advantage of our early bird sale pricing. This will be the voyage of a lifetime. You don't want to miss it. Visit ChrisPlantCruise.com.
If you drive a big rig, you know that more time on the road means more money in your pocket. Shell Rotella with advanced synthetic technology is designed to help keep your rig running and save you money in the long run. Trade up to Shell Rotella and you'll get superior protection against engine wear. That means less time in the shop and more time on the road. It also means you'll get more chances to see North America's finest roadside attractions. Cows, cornfields, cows and cornfields. It's lovely this time of year. Shell Rotella's advanced synthetic technology also offers extended drain interval, helping your rig go further between oil changes, so you make less pit stops. Well, unless you need to restock on snacks. We really can't help you with that. But if you're looking to help your big rig engine live longer, look no further. Superior protection, less maintenance. That's what you can expect from the #1 heavy-duty engine oil in North America. Shell Rotella for the long haul. Explore the full lineup of Shell Rotella products at rotella.com/long-haul. Now on 105.9 FM and streaming worldwide on the WMAL app. Mark Levin.
Hello, America. Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811, 877-381-3811. Hard to believe we have an hour left in the whole week here. Just goes too darn fast. And with a great guest coming up, and we're going to have more of these candidates who I think could use, your support out there. Michelle Tafoya, candidate for Minnesota Senate, running against Peggy Flanagan. I think she has a real shot because Tafoya is solid, and Flanagan's a nut. She's the lieutenant governor, and here's an example. She was on NBC yesterday. Cut 8, go.
You have said that you want to rip ICE apart. Is that effectively calling to abolish ICE? Do you want to abolish ICE?
I think what we need is an immigration system, but we need an immigration system that, is grounded in public safety and that is grounded in dignity and making sure that we have a pathway to citizenship.
Yeah.
We can
Pathway to citizenship. 20 million illegal aliens coming here under Biden, in addition to the other 18 million. That means the country's done. Absolutely done, because we don't have assimilation anymore. That means Islamists who were let in, Marxists who were let in, people who have no allegiance to America were let in. Can you imagine what will happen to our welfare system, to our Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid systems? Can you imagine what will happen to our school systems? I mean, just this massive influx. Then we have to have a pathway to citizenship. She uses all these old bromides of the left. Now she's the lieutenant governor. And certainly during a time when the corruption in the state of Minnesota is beyond imagination, and the Democrat Party rewards her with the nomination. Go ahead.
have secure borders. But, what we have witnessed literally in the streets here of Minnesota.
Now, what we've witnessed is that you people, you left-wing kooks, you Marxist morons, do not assist ICE and the feds in identifying even your most violent criminals. And so by not giving ICE the information as to where these individuals are when you release them, or allowing ICE to pick them up in your prisons when you're releasing them, you have created this situation for the people of Minnesota. You've endangered their lives and their safety. That's what you have done, Flanagan. Go ahead.
ICE has, detained people simply if they are people of color. I'm a member
They don't detain people simply if they're people of color. As a matter of fact, I've been through these numbers with you before, America. About a third of ICE is made up of people of color. About half of DHS is made up of people of color. So this has nothing to do with people of color, because people of color are also abused by illegal aliens. People of color are also raped and killed by illegal aliens. The fact is, their jobs are taken by illegal aliens. So we're talking about Americans, red-blooded Americans. But Flanagan, who is so white, she's transparent. Listen to her go on. Go ahead.
Native American community, and they were detaining Native people who are literally native to this country. They were detaining people as they were trying to determine if they were the people they thought they were. You provide them with no assistance whatsoever. None. Go ahead. Simply because of the color of their skin. No, it has nothing to do with the color of their skin. You are sick. You are a racist. You do not want to keep the people of Minnesota safe. You do not want to protect their jobs. You do not want to protect their benefits. Can you imagine this woman as governor? Just another corrupt, sleazy Democrat politician who will close their eyes to all this abuse and waste and fraud? Go ahead. That's it. Well, we will have a woman who I believe would be excellent. Actually, for the Senate is what I meant. Running for the Senate against this Peggy Flanagan. And that's Michelle Tafoya. You've seen her on Fox. Perhaps you've seen her elsewhere. I think she'll be absolutely fantastic. John Fetterman has the guts to call out this Bernie Sanders regularly by name, to call him out and denounce him. So Bernie Sanders, the Marxist, is on a program with Mehdi Hassan, the Islamist. Mehdi Hassan has said things about quote-unquote white people and Americans and Jews that are so horrid that the fact that any politician shows up with this guy is outrageous. But keep in mind, Mehdi Hassan is close to Hassan Puker. They're all close to Mamdani. This is a circle jerk of Islamists and Marxists. And there it was on one screen. Bernie, the red Stalinist Sanders, and Mehdi Hassan, the bigoted, Jew-hating, American-hating Islamist. Cut 10, go.
John Fetterman is someone who was seen as a progressive.
This guy is British. He shouldn't even be in this country. This guy, Mehdi Hassan. But here he is. Should be deporting his ass or denaturalize him if necessary. Go ahead.
Him back in the day when he was running for lieutenant governor. I supported him when he was running in the Senate primary.
So I wasn't the only one, right?
No, a lot of us got him wrong. I think it's fair to say.
A lot of us Islamists and Marxists, we got him wrong, Even though he's quite liberal on all these issues, he dares to support the state of Israel, and he's not an anti-Semite. That's our litmus test. Sanders and Hassan. Go ahead.
He's now not just awful on multiple issues, especially Israel, but he's openly attacking you all the time, suggesting
he's awful on Israel. He believes that we should continue to support Israel against the Islamo-Nazis in Iran who tried to build nuclear weapons to shoot at us and blow us off the face of the earth, who have killed thousands and maimed thousands of Americans. Does Matt Gaetz know that? Why doesn't Matt Gaetz care about that? Why does Matt Gaetz care about the enemy and more than he cares about Americans? Why is that? Anyway, go ahead.
touch with the party, that you're getting things wrong, you endorse the wrong people. What do you make of, he's your fellow colleague in the Senate. Do you have any interactions with him?
Boring, monotonous. Is this a podcast, Rich? How monotonous. Go ahead.
It's just all on TV and Twitter. And B, are you worried he's going to defect to the GOP?
I don't know. That is, I guess, a possibility. Look, you want to get on television, you go on Fox TV and you say something bad about Bernie Sanders.
You know what, a-hole? You know what, pal? I've tried to get you on my Fox show. I've tried to get you on my radio show. So let's not go there. By the way, Matt Gaetz says, let's have a debate. We'll bring OAN. We'll bring Fox. There's another, maybe Newsmax. Yeah, and you and I. Is this guy an imbecile? What are we going to debate? The ethics report says he did all these things. Ladies and gentlemen, I could destroy this a-hole in a debate like I could destroy Tucker Carlson. I refuse to be on a stage with people who trash my faith, who trash my ethnicity. I'm not going to stand there and give them attention and help them sell eyes. I'm not going to do it. I will debate senators. I will debate congressmen. I don't debate Nazis and Klansmen, and I don't debate woke right individuals who I despise. You understand what I'm saying? I'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
In the blink of an eye, a children's hospital can go from a place you've never heard of to the place your whole world depends on. Children's Miracle Network raises funds for 170 children's hospitals across the United States and Canada. These hospitals provide care for all kids, whether it's helping them recover from life-changing events or treating lifelong conditions. Visit cmn.org to see how Children's Miracle Network is making big change for all kids.
Algunas invitaciones llegan en un sobre. Otras llegan con un latido del corazón. Obtén ofertas en modelos selectos en el Invitation to Lexus Summer Sales Event.
Arriende la ES350F Sport Design All-Wheel Drive de 2026 por $569 al mes por 36 meses con $3,999 al firmar.
Vive lo extraordinario en tu concesionario Lexus.
Llamen al 825 Lexus para detalles importantes sobre la oferta de arrendamiento y precio. No todos los clientes calificarán. Oferta disponible en la zona este y termina el 31 de agosto de 2026.
Our Q4 roadmap includes omni-channel
This season, it's not about their rules. Lucky Rebels taking the odds back from the suits. So rebels like you can make your own rules. When it's 4th and long, you're not made to punt. Play the way you live, like a rebel. This season, join the rebellion at LuckyRebelClub.com.
Looking for great food, great views, and a great time? Come check out DJ's at the Park, bar and restaurant located right inside Townsend Park Golf Course. And just to be clear, DJ's at the Park is open to everyone. Have to be a golfer to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and one of the best views in the park. It's the perfect stop for golfers, park goers, and families. With the pool, splash pad, and playground all right here, it makes it an easy choice for everyone. DJ's at the Park. It's the place to be with special events all season long.
Saturday, August 15th, it's the Elf Lubricants Unadilla Pro National in New Berlin, New York, presented by New York State Laborers, Anderson Equipment, and SM Partners. Cheer on your New York riders, Justin Barsha and Justin Cooper, plus Jet and Hunter Lawrence, Hayden Deegan, Eli Tomac, and more superstars. Saturday, August 15th, go to UnadillaMX.com and check out camping info, advance tickets, and more. That's UnadillaMX.com. See the WNX Women Race on Friday and Saturday. Visit UnadillaMX.com for tickets and all the details. Saturday, August 15th, rain or shine. Gates open at 6 a.m. Practice at 8, then pro racing starts at 1 p.m.
The IRS, the world's most aggressive collection agency. They can seize your property, bank account, and garnish your wages. They cause sleepless nights for millions of Americans. Don't be one of them. If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state, get protected today. Call 800-242-3186. Coast One Tax Group, protecting your bank, home, and your sleep since 2008. With hundreds of 5-star reviews and an A+ on the Better Business Bureau. Call Coast One Tax Group, 800-242-3186. Stanley from New York owed $93,000. The IRS placed a levy on his bank account. Coast One released the levy and settled with the IRS for $2,000. Mark in Michigan owed $225,000. After Coast One stepped in, Mark walked away paying less than $1,500. Call Coast One now. A 10-minute call can save you up to 93% on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186. Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group. Making sense of your world.
Thank you for what you do.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
You give me hope.
Making sense of the news. WMAL, making sense of party politics, because somebody's got to hold their feet to the fire. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
It's a pleasure to have on the program Michelle Tafoya. You know, I've watched you, Michelle Tafoya, on TV even before Fox. You've been fantastic. You make a lot of sense. You're intelligent. You're articulate. I'm glad you're the Republican nominee for the Senate there in Minnesota. We just played a clip, well, more than my pleasure. We just played a clip of the lieutenant governor. She's a crackpot. She's an absolute left-wing kook. How do you think you're going to handle this?
I think it's very simple, actually. Minnesota, and I've talked to people all over the state, we feel like we've been traveling in the wrong direction about 100 miles per hour. And it's all happened, Mark, as you well know, under single-party Democrat rule here in this state. And Peggy Flanagan has been the lieutenant governor under Tim Walz for these 2 terms, under which all of this crap has happened. And look what they've done to our state. We have become a national embarrassment. And I'll tell you, it breaks my heart. And I know a lot of Minnesotans are sad. They want to leave. For a variety of reasons, and we can detail those. But look, you know what? I met my husband here. We raised our family here. I grew my career here. And so I'm simply not going to sit by and let this place, this beautiful state, become a laughingstock as businesses continue to just flee to South Dakota, North Dakota, Iowa, Wisconsin, and it's unaffordable for our kids to stay. I'm not going to do it.
And she's lieutenant governor, standing right next to the governor through all this, even though she's trying to distance herself somewhat. And massive, massive fraud on their watch. Yeah. I mean, they did almost nothing about it except smile and wave it along. What do you make of that?
Well, they were gaslighting us forever. I mean, this to me is the picture of a crisis of leadership, a dearth of leadership. There's been no leadership. And they let this happen under their nose, and they've either said, fraud was fraud. And then when it became so exposed, okay, it wasn't that bad and we had nothing to do with it. And now, we're helping to solve the fraud and we're helping to bring these people to justice. No, you're not. The feds are doing that. The feds have come in and done that. And Nick Shirley helped expose this fraud. You didn't lift a finger for 8 years. So she won't talk about it. And there's a very good reason why. She knows it is plastered to her record, and we're going to continue to expose that.
Now, she, like the governor, are radicals in this whole gender issue. What's a woman?
Yeah.
And I have to be honest with you, I'm old enough. I never thought that the culture would collapse this thoroughly, where we're having to ask ourselves what's a woman, and that the WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association, they have a committee meeting. It went on, and they haven't decided what a woman is. What do you make of that?
I'll tell you what, Mark, I had the great privilege of being one of the play-by-play voices on the WNBA. Its inaugural season and a couple seasons after that. I worked with Reggie Miller, whose sister Cheryl Miller was one of the all-time great women's basketball players, Hall of Famer. And we watched this league from its inception grow and grow based on the talent and athleticism and pure skill and amazing basketball traits of these women. And so all of a sudden now, when someone says, Sophie Cunningham comes out in public and says, look, I love everyone, but I don't think trans women, i.e. biological men, should play in this league. And she gets hammered for it? What is this? What is this? And then the league, these coaches try to say, exclusion is never the answer. Mark, I can't stress this enough, having covered sports my entire career. Exclusion is everything in sports. You don't make a roster if you're not good enough. You don't play on an NFL team if you're not good enough. And guess what? Women can't play in the NBA, which is why there's a WNBA. And if a coach has 12 spots on her roster and she wants to give one of those up so that a biological male can play on her team, now she's excluding a woman at the expense, this is coming at the expense of a woman so that a trans woman can play. It's absurdity. It's Alice in Wonderland.
It really is. And I remember when the women coaches in the WNBA were saying there were not enough women coaches. I remember when they were saying that. And now look what they say.
I know. And the coach of the Minnesota Lynx, where I live, she has even said, these men are coming in and taking coaching jobs and making money. And, well, wait a minute. Would she be happier if those men identified as women so that now we're being inclusive of trans women? I mean, it's so nonsensical, and they just don't want to acknowledge how the science of this, the biology of this, the fairness of this, and they've turned this league, sadly, into something that it never should have become.
Yeah, and I will tell you, I think a lot of fans are getting turned off by this. They really are. I used to, pop in now and then and watch it. Now I don't even want to watch it because the politics is so stupid that it's just, I don't even want to waste my time, even though there's some really good players.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm the only one.
No, you're not. It's become sort of, and then you see these fouls called, against Caitlin Clark and Sophie at Cunningham.
Terrible.
And these fouls are unbelievably harsh and vicious and unnecessary roughness, if you will. And yet, either they don't call them or they call them late or someone gets, thrown out of the game and then tweets white privilege. It's absurd. So I agree with you. There are people now, I think, who just watch almost to see, what laughable thing is going to happen tonight in this game. It's very sad.
And I thought Sophie Cunningham said something the other day that's true. We're all women. Shouldn't we be sticking together a little bit here? What's going on? It's funny. In the NBA, you don't see, you see some tough fouls, but you don't see guys punching each other in the neck.
Right.
Or, or these other moves that are really intended to hurt the other player. If they are, they are thrown out and they are punished big time.
Yes, and they're thrown out for more than one game. They're thrown out they get a suspension, like 3 games, whatever, and a fine. I don't understand this. You're right about this, though. Like, it's the same thing, Mark, well, why aren't these other professional female athletes standing up for one another and standing up against the unfairness of allowing men to play? Megan Rapinoe, who is the U.S. soccer star.
Yeah.
Let's include everyone. Really, Megan? Now that you're retired, do you think that's a good idea? I don't understand it, and I hope that Sophie Cunningham is encouraging more people to stand up. But part of me fears that the retribution against her is going to, make people feel like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to risk
She's
that.
thinking about retiring now.
Oh.
By the way, we're going to take a little break. I'd love you to stay. I want to get into a little bit, like, what are your top 2 or 3 issues in Minnesota? Replacing these nut jobs, that's a very top priority, I would think, if I'm from Minnesota and so forth. But, as I watch Minnesota statewide, people have a very independent mindset there. You've had all kinds of politicians elected statewide and so forth. I just think you'd be an unbelievable senator. If people want to help you, where do they go, Michelle?
MichelleTafoya.com.
Michelle Tafoya, TAFOYA.com. We will have it on all my social sites. We'll be right back. Gold entered 2026 after a historic year. 53 new all-time highs, an average price up 44% year over year, then pushed past $5,500 an ounce in January. Right now it's pulled back. Many Wall Street analysts are telling clients this is the window before gold pushes back towards new highs. Meanwhile, silver's on track for a 6th year of structural supply deficit, with solar, EVs, electronic, and industrial demand still pulling heavily on the market. And gold's pullback has been fueled by fading Fed rate hopes and massive debt. Not a clear break in gold's bigger 2026 story. Call Monetary Gold right now. Get your complimentary gold and silver guide, the #1 requested guide in America for a quarter of a century, absolutely free. Call Monetary Gold at 877-NOW-GOLD or go to marklovesgold.com. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Don't wait. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Looking for great food, great views, and a great time? Come check out DJ's at the Park, a bar and restaurant located right inside Townsend Park Golf Course. And just to be clear, DJ's at the Park is open to everyone. Have to be a golfer to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and one of the best views in the park. It's the perfect stop for golfers, park goers, and families. With the pool, splash pad, and playground all right here, it makes it an easy choice for everyone. DJ's at the Park. It's the place to be with special events all season long.
Spectrum TV makes sports easy, so I never miss. Never miss a homer. Never miss a home field hat trick. Never miss a goal line stand, inches from the end zone. Never miss an end-to-end, tic-tac-toe, top shelf snipe. Never miss a downtown buzzer beater for the championship win. Get your favorite streaming app included at no extra cost with live TV. It's one plan, one price, one place for all your sports. For details, visit SpectrumTV.com. Air travel never stops, and neither do air traffic controllers. Working every day, ATCs guide more than 1 billion passengers safely to and from destinations each year. Air traffic control, teamwork that keeps our nation moving.
Saturday, August 15th, it's the Elf Lubricants Unadilla Pro National in Newfoundland, New York, presented by New York State Laborers, Anderson Equipment, and SM Partners. Cheer on your New York riders, Justin Parsha and Justin Cooper, plus Jet and Hunter Lawrence, Hayden Deegan, Michael Mack, and more superstars. Saturday, August 15th, go to UnadillaMX.com and check out camping info, advance tickets, and more. That's UnadillaMX.com. See the WNX Women Race on Friday and Saturday. Visit UnadillaMX.com for tickets and all the details. Saturday, August 15th, rain or shine. Gates open at 6 a.m. Practice at 8, then pro racing starts at 1 p.m.
Our Q4 roadmap includes omni-channel gaming.
This season, it's not about their rules. Lucky Rebels taking the odds back from the suits. So rebels like you can make your own rules. When it's 4th and long, you're not made to punt. Play the way you live, like a rebel. This season, join the rebellion at LuckyRebelClub.com.
When we started Open Route Sports Club, we needed a strong foundation. Gusto has had our back since day one, making sure every hire, every paycheck, and every player is taken care of. They're the team behind our team. With Gusto, we stay rooted and give Oakland the love it deserves. I'm Idris Arganois, co-founder of Oakland Roots and Gusto customer since 2018.
See why 500,000 businesses trust Gusto. Get started at gusto.com/roots.
Looking for great food, great views, and a great time? Come check out DJ's at the Park, a bar and restaurant located right inside Townsend Park Golf Course. And just to be clear, DJ's at the Park is open to everyone. Have to be a golfer to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and one of the best views in the park. It's the perfect stop for golfers, park goers, and families. With the pool, splash pad, and playground all right here, it makes it an easy choice for everyone. DJ's at the Park. It's the place to be with special events all season long.
What's Spectrum Internet? It's the most reliable internet to stream, game, and browse the way you want. It's also security to keep your whole family safe online. And it's adding the power of Wi-Fi 7 to your home, so you're ready for today and tomorrow. That's fast, secure, and future-ready internet for your family. So what's Spectrum Internet? It's everything you want it to be. Switch today at Spectrum.com. Services not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Making sense of your world. I can't believe this. News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
And I am so with you.
Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the economy. Because it's your money and your retirement. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
The thunder on the right. Call in now.
877-381-3811. Welcome back, folks. We have the Republican candidate for Senator in Minnesota, Michelle Tafoya. Now, I got to know, and it's okay, you won't offend me. If I endorse you, does that help you or hurt you?
Yeah, I have no idea. That's a great question.
Well, I don't know. Well, I will put it to you this way. I think you'd be a great senator. Can I say that?
You can say that a million times.
All right. I think you'd be a great senator. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tell me, what are the top issues you see for Minnesota, for the country? Why are you running?
Well, I'm running because I love this place. And as I told you earlier, I don't want to see it fall any further than it already has. And it really did. The fraud, I think, pushed a lot of people over the edge. Look, we saw that we had a leadership crisis back during the George Floyd riots, and our governor, Tim Walz, and our lieutenant governor, Peggy Flanagan, we didn't hear from them for 3 days while these riots and fires were burning in downtown Minneapolis. They were just MIA. And later we find out that Tim Walz's wife was loving the smell of the burning tires during the riots. So that tells you where they are. Peggy Flanagan is right. I think she's further left than that even. So to know that she could be our next senator, we've got to prevent that. We don't have right now grown-ups in charge. And the career politicians are not coming to save us. So, you know, they're either cowards or they're crazy. And if the normal people in this state want to clean up our state and save the country, and this also goes to your question about the country. This lurks towards socialism and Marxism and all the I take it very seriously. So we have to stand up and do this ourselves. And so fraud is a massive issue. That makes Minnesota a little unique right now, Mark, because so many other states have affordability as their top issue. Here in Minnesota, it's fraud. And quite frankly, it goes hand in hand with affordability when you know your money's being stolen.
What is this Flanagan's background? Do you know?
Well, in terms of her, you know, the last 8 years, she's been the lieutenant governor. She's been in politics her whole life and really not very effective. That's why you don't know a lot about her background. We don't know about any other gainful employment that she has had. So it's a mystery, but we're gonna expose every part of her political career because it shows that she hasn't really led on anything, that her ideas are way out of step with the average Minnesotan and the average American. And her whole fundraising is about the fact that she wants to be a Native American in the Senate. That's really it. For her, it's about identity politics.
Wait, she's a Native American?
Apparently.
Her name's Flanagan. That's her married name anyway.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not going to quibble with her on identity politics because that to me is the least interesting thing about anybody. It's what you do and what your character is. And she really has shown that she has not. She's now completely thrown her old boss, Tim Walz, under the bus. So she's trying to distance herself from all the mistakes that administration made, but she can't because she was right there by his side the entire time.
8 years she ran as running mate. It's a long time.
8 years. Yes, it is.
All right. Well, listen, it's been a pleasure. Again, remind us. We'll also post it on our social sites. Where do people go if they want to help?
Yeah, MichelleTafoya.com. You know what? This no longer feels like red versus blue, Mark. This feels like common sense versus crazy. And I think there's just a strong yearning for common sense in this country, and particularly in Minnesota. So why we would give this woman a promotion is beyond me. We're not going to let it happen.
No, you're right. And you'll be a great senator, and we hope to have you back before the election. You take care of yourself.
You do the same. Thank you so much, Mark.
All right. God bless you. Michelle Tafoya. Wow. Don't you think she'd be a great senator, Mr. Producer? Just terrific. Can you imagine Minnesota sending her to the Senate as opposed to what Minnesota has now? I just think it would be so important. All right. Here we go. Our friends at IFCJ. The headlines may change. The threats facing Israel remain. They're surrounded. Absolutely surrounded. While much of the world has moved on to the next story, Israeli families continue living with the reality of terrorism and uncertainty and recovery. Communities remain on alert tonight. Parents still think twice before sending their children to school. Families continue rebuilding their lives, knowing the next siren could come with a warning. Excuse me. The Christians and Jews were called out to stand with God's children in times of need. And that's why the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews remains on the ground in the Holy Land each and every day, providing life-saving aid, food for struggling families, emergency assistance, bomb shelters, critical support for those impacted by the war. And even after the cameras leave and the headlines fade, the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews remains committed to Israel's most vulnerable. Join the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews in praying for the people of Israel, for protection, for strength, for lasting peace, for the Holy Land. Together we can remind God's people they're not alone. Stand with Israel in prayer today. Please visit levinforthefellowship.org. That's levinforthefellowship.org. Levin for the fellowship.org. Amen. All right, I want to circle back because we've had to do and have done a lot during the program, and I love it. I love it. Jamie McDonald is the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York at a press conference in New York City today. And Luigi Maggioni pled guilty to killing Brian Thompson. Now, you're hearing a lot of complaints from the DA there, a leftist, that they should have gone first. The state should have gone first. My theory is, you know where the feds went first, Mr. Producer? They wanted to get this guilty plea in place. They didn't want the local to screw it up. That's my guess. Cut 11, go.
At 6:45 on a December morning, Luigi Mangione stalked and murdered Brian Thompson in cold blood on a public sidewalk in Midtown Manhattan. Just a few moments ago, Mangione pled guilty to his heinous act. This was not a spontaneous act of violence. It was deliberate, calculated, and premeditated. In the days leading up to the murder, the defendant very carefully prepared for the attack. He tracked Mr. Thompson's whereabouts, conducted surveillance along the route he knew Mr. Thompson would take, and positioned himself to carry out the plan. Then, on a sidewalk on West 54th Street, the defendant murdered Mr. Thompson, shooting him from behind with a 9mm handgun equipped with a silencer. He shot Thompson twice at close range. The second shot came as Mr. Thompson turned and faced the defendant. The defendant did this as everyday New Yorkers walked nearby, and while the rest of the city woke up to start their day. Mangione then ran away, leaving Mr. Thompson to die. The defendant committed this murder in an attempt to draw public attention to his dislike of certain businesses. But we live in a civilized society governed by the rule of law. We debate, we disagree, we protest. We do not commit murder. No grievance, political belief, or ideological cause can ever justify murder. There can be no celebrity in assassination. Any person who celebrates, encourages, or excuses actions like these is fundamentally wrong. Mangione attempted to send a public message through violence, but the message that emerges today is very different. Violence is not a legitimate instrument to promote any political or social message. And those who resort to violence in an effort to advance their beliefs will be prosecuted, convicted, and put in jail.
Good. I just wish these cold-blooded murders, honestly, would be put to death. I really do. I don't think that's harsh. You snuffed out somebody's life. They're gone. They're not going to live another minute, not another second. The family is going to suffer for the rest of their lives, the wife, the kids. Then they have to put up with the sickos on the left who celebrate the man. They have to read about this stuff in the newspaper. They have to go to court to deal with it. They probably have additional security, to be perfectly honest with you. Something like that. Something like that. It's horrendous. So we're not going to get any calls, Mr. Producer, is that right? Or we'll be able to sneak some in after the break? Maybe one? Should we take a break now then? We'll take the break now. We'll try and get to one or two callers. We'll be right back.
Mark Levin. News Talk 105.9 WMAL, making sense of the news.
Our Q4 roadmap includes omni-channel data.
This season, it's not about their rules. Lucky rebels taking the odds back from the suits. So rebels like you can make your own rules. When it's 4th and long, you're not made to punt. Play the way you live, like a rebel. This season, join the rebellion at LuckyRebelClub.com.
Looking for great food, great views, and a great time? Come check out DJ's at the Park, a bar and restaurant located right inside Townsend Park Golf Course. And just to be clear, DJ's at the Park is open to everyone. Have to be a golfer to enjoy delicious food, refreshing drinks, and one of the best views in the park. It's the perfect stop for golfers, park goers, and families. With the pool, splash pad, and playground all right here, it makes it an easy choice for everyone. DJ's at the Park. It's the place to be with special events all season long.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu. Whether you're craving a Big Mac, McNuggets, or sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles, make it a meal and save. Your favorite is now your wallet's favorite, too. Extra value meals are back.
Right now, get a $5 sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal, complete with hash browns and a small premium roast coffee. Price of participation may vary. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing.
Saturday, August 15th, it's the Elf Lubricants Unadilla Pro National in New Berlin, New York, presented by New York State Laborers, Anderson Equipment, and SN Partners. Cheer on your New York riders, Justin Marsha and Justin Cooper, plus Jen Hunter Lawrence, Hayden Deegan, Eli Tomac, and more superstars. Saturday, August 15th, go to UnadillaMX.com and check out camping info, advance tickets, and more. That's UnadillaMX.com. See the WNX Women Race on Friday and Saturday. Visit UnadillaMX.com for tickets and all the details. Saturday, August 15th, rain or shine. Gates open at 6 a.m. Practice at 8, then pro racing starts at 1 p.m.
Feel the heat and grab the cash at Mohawk Casino. Play the $60,000 summer cash giveaway, where you've got a chance to win big cash prizes. Earn entries July 1st through August 22nd. Then mark your calendars to be here for the grand prize drawings on July 25th and August 22nd, when we're handing out cash prizes each night, ranging from $250 to the grand prize of $10,000 cash. Only at Akwesasne Mohawk Casino Resort, your everyday escape.
There's performance, then there's peak performance. The kind you get with Peak Antifreeze and Coolant, designed to defy any weather condition and leave all limits behind. So when you take the wheel, you can count on this. When you peak, you win.
Our Q4 roadmap includes omni-channel data.
This season, it's not about their rules. Lucky rebels taking the odds back from the suits. So rebels like you can make your own rules. When it's 4th and long, you're not made to punt. Bet the way you live, like a rebel. Join the rebellion and get a $1,250 bonus at LuckyRebel.la.
Your medication for enlarged prostate is working. That's what you tell yourself. You're up 3 times a night instead of 5. The urgency is manageable. The stream's not great, but it's fine. That's the problem. Fine. Enlarged prostate, or BPH, doesn't pause because the medication takes the edge off. The prostate keeps growing. The bladder keeps working harder. And over time, those changes can be harder to reverse. But surgery?
Not for you, right? Aquablation is not the surgery you're picturing. It's the only ultrasound-guided, robotic-assisted therapy for enlarged prostate. Don't wait until things become unbearable. Find an Aquablation urologist near you. Visit aquablation.com. Aquablation.com. That's aquablation.com. Visit aquablation.com. All surgical treatments carry risks, and results may vary. Side effects may include, but are not limited to, urinary symptoms, mild pain, infection, or less frequently, urethral or rectal injury, or ejaculatory dysfunction. Aquablation therapy may not be right for everyone. Talk to your urologist to learn more. Making sense of your world.
Talk radio is where I get all of my information.
News Talk 105.9 WMAL. Making sense of the news. WMAL. Making sense of the markets, because generational wealth doesn't build itself. Download the WMAL app to stream us for free.
You know, folks, as mentioned, I just want to underscore the point that in an industry survey, Pure Talk, which is by far my favorite wireless company, was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category. The only one in the whole country. Coverage, support, volume, data, and so forth. And you deserve a 5-star wireless company with a 5-star service. And now Pure Talk has an invitation for you. Switch to Pure Talk, just $15 a month for the first 3 months. And for a limited time, any plan, including their top shelf unlimited data plans, just $15 a month for your first 3 months. No contract needed, just an incredible low offer to switch to the top-rated company in America. 5 stars. You know how you get 5 stars for support? A dedicated U.S. customer service team. They're the best of the best, 5 stars. You know how you get 5 stars for value? You save the average family of 4 over $1,000 a year versus T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, who, in my opinion, are ripping you off big time. There's a better wireless choice out there, folks. It's Pure Talk. And it's just $15 a month for your first 3 months on any plan. That's a great time to choose Pure Talk and to test it out. Simply dial pound 250 and say Mark Levin. That's it. And their 5-star customer team, they'll kick into action. It'll take just a few minutes. You can keep your phone and your phone number if you like. Again, that's pound 250, say Mark Levin, and let that U.S. customer service team make your switch easy. Again, pound 250, say Mark Levin. The weekend's the best time to get this done. How much time do I have there, Mr. Producer? Let's see if we can slip somebody in here. Hold on. Shoot, I got to get to the call screen. I'm working on it, folks. The person who I pick up, you'll have about a minute. That's it, but we're going to try. Come on. Here we go. Got it. All right. Let us go to Caroline, Ocala, Florida, the great WSKY. Go right ahead.
Hi, Mark. I'm going to keep this kind of quick. So I'm in property management, and we're talking about illegal immigration. So we had folks that came through the Texas border illegally. They were detained and documented in Texas. We received them through the Miami, so they got to Florida. About a year ago, they left my community here in Ocala. They're a married couple. They split. But the thing that concerned me the most is, 4 years ago, they come through the border and they still don't have to report to immigration courts for another 2 years. And where are they now? It's pretty scary.
It is pretty scary. My view has been if we have to spend more money in prosecuting these people with immigration prosecutors, that is lawyers, if we need to have more administrative law judges, as long as they're not left-wing kooks, will do their jobs, and let's do it. Because there's a massive number of illegal aliens in this country thanks to the Democrats. So I bet you're seeing it all, aren't you?
I am, and I came from a tax credit world, and when they say the product, the services aren't out there, I'd be more than happy to call back in and discuss that, because I can tell you rates, what they're getting, and what the legal, with this farm worker, they're farm workers. Well, I'll tell you what, the state of Florida, you have
I got to run. I don't mean to be rude. Call us again. You're terrific, and you're educating us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in your honor,
Yeah, I can't let that play. They'll ding me on that. Ray Charles, America the Beautiful. Yeah, excuse me. Let's see, do I want to turn my camera on for a minute? I mostly just ignore them. They're always trying to get the attention. You know what I mean? Makes you wonder how many people actually have that guy blocked. I'm sure many people have Patrick Rowe blocked. I'm sure there's quite a few that blocked that dumb fucker. But, he's so drunk in his chair, he doesn't care. Me, I can't. I use the same accounts that I come into my chat with, and I switch. I can't keep people blocked. I might block them. It's fucking being annoying, and then I'll unblock them. That gets them mad. But I had Bunny Buns fucking going today using my Jaro Wiggin account. He's starting to use his account a little more. But I have a Jaro Wiggin account, and I fooled Bunny Buns with it today. Big time. Thought I was wigging all the way. Come on up here, Bunny Buns. You got so much to say. Yeah, my dad was in the Marine Corps. Yeah, well, what about you? The fuck? You trying to take claim to your father's success or what? What about you? You always got so much shit to say about it. You got them other handles. Oh, Billy was never in the military. On and on and on and on and on. Chinchilla used to do that to me. Didn't believe that I was military. He bragging that his dad died and he inherited something or whatever the fucking deal is there. Right? And motherfucker's never out on his motorcycle. Duh, Billy, you can't put your motorcycle in the back of a truck. Yeah, you can. They make ramps, you dumb fucker. What a dumb fuck. And then when you're out riding around, the guys that have motorcycles, they have their shop. They got a ramp where you can back your truck right up to that motherfucker. Drive your bike right on there. Well, Rusty did good again today because they're posting that. That's Alpesh doing that shit. Them dumb fucks. The fucking Sebastian's doing that shit too. Yeah, how about it, Sebastian? Rusty's. I showed my D214. Showed it on Wiggins' panel. Showed it on JC's panel, and I've showed it up here. So, Patrick, whoa. Patrick, whoa. Whoa, Patrick, whoa. So I'm going to go make me something to eat for dinner, sit and relax. I don't know if the Yankee game, if they're playing, if they left New York, or they fucking lost yesterday. 1-0. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take off and come back later. Not saying I'm going to go back live at like 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. But when I do come back, I'll open the panel up. Yesterday, I woke up. My fucking neck is stiff. I woke up with a fucking stiff neck. Yeah, so I don't feel good. Fucking, my neck's hurting. That's from hard work. You lay in bed, you fucking get stiff, I've done a lot of heavy lifting in my life. Fuck you, Al Pass, you punk motherfucker. All you do is sit there and push buttons on a fucking computer screen. I call the cops. I go make a review on your website. Oh, booey. Yes, and I appreciate all veterans, even people who go in, try, and fail. But, attitude is everything. Rocky, appreciate it. Tom, I'll be back later, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it.